Hi there, this is Coach Guglielmana coming to you from the locker room again. Apologize for the hat, it's a little cold in here and I want to stay warm. But tonight it's going to be, this is my presentation for CED614 for National University, my school counseling degree. And we're going to look at cyberbullying and what a school counselor, how do you deal with cyberbullying? And what's the difference between cyberbullying and just plain bullying. So let me get to another slide here. And so cyberbullying, we're going to look at ethics and legal considerations of cyberbullying pertaining to a school counselor. Is there training for a school counselor to deal with this? Are there state laws? Are there federal laws? What policies are in place? What can schools do? And what can the students themselves do about cyberbullying? So a couple of statistics, over 80% of teens use a cell phone regularly, making it the most common medium for cyberbullying, not like a laptop or a desktop. In fact, I'm recording on one of those cell phones right now. 90% of teens who have seen social media, and they're all on social media, they've seen social bullying on social media and they've ignored it. 84% have seen others tell cyberbullies to stop, but they haven't done it. So cyberbullying, what is it? It's the use of electronic communication to bully a person, typically by sending a message that's intimidating or threatening. Children may be reluctant to admit being a victim of cyberbullying. So a couple more stats. 81% of young people think bullying online is easier to get away with than in person, and we'll go over that in a little bit. 70% of students report seeing frequent bullying online. So there's a little note that says, fill up your friends' Facebook feeds with positive posts instead of negative ones. It's kind of hard when you're going into adolescent stage or teenager stage and you want to make yourself look better. So bullying, aside from cyberbullying, just bullying in general. When someone says or does something unintentionally hurtful and they do it only once, that's not nice, but it's not bullying. Now, when someone says or does something intentionally hurtful and they do it once, that's mean, right? But bullying is when someone says or does something intentionally hurtful and they keep doing it over and over again over a period of time, even after they've been told to stop. They keep doing it. That's bullying. So with cyberbullying, it's when there's a lot of things on social media that people say and it hurts someone's feelings. Okay, it's not nice, and sometimes I jab at you and that's mean, but when I keep going after you, that's bullying, and electronically that's cyberbullying. So school counselors, what can you do? We can work on the systems that are in place, coordinate efforts, and assess the bullying, which includes cyberbullying. You can receive preventative training. There's a site, www.stopbullying.gov. That covers a lot of the things as far as training. System support, school counselors can coordinate. It's a big deal. Coordinate or sit on the Safe School Committee, work with administration, work with teachers to implement a comprehensive bullying prevention program. They can refer students for disciplinary action if they have violated school policy, but coordinate is a lot with the parent education, with teacher workshops, with assembly programs, and do assessments. So periodically assess bullying, including cyberbullying into the bullying culture on campus, to determine if there are bullying rates and evaluate the success of prevention. So as far as states go, most 50 states have something in place. Most of them have some type of law in place. They're not all the same. You see on the map, there's like 7 states that are updating their proposed law. Very few have no law. I think there's 4. Let me show you these real quick. And later on, I'm going to try to incorporate my video into this. So we also have the law. So they found, according to a study, Sharif and Hoff, 2007, they found that schools have a difficult time, and I've experienced this firsthand in being a substitute teacher, a difficult time supervising the students' online activities. You got 30 kids in there. You got 20. How do you, observe all of them? And especially when to involve law enforcement. When is it freedom? When is it different between freedom of speech and harassment? When you're little, you learn from right from wrong, right? Morals. So the internet should not change the way you've been thinking and brought up, but it's still down to the student to act accordingly. The internet opens up new opportunities for young people to do the right thing. There's not really any rules on. That's one of the big things. There's rules, but they're not there. There's no one, policing you. So having good character, that's an intrinsic value that needs to be learned. So an important question to ask in the future research is how to best educate digitally virtuous citizens to help them make good, wise decisions. So in a study about virtue and ethics, it offers not only a promising theoretical basis for research as far as ethics, to influence the internet or the character virtues of people on it, but it gives a promising practical strategy for dealing with online moral concerns. So someone's morality, it really comes into play. State lawmakers have taken action to prevent bullying. Each of the jurisdictions have something that they put in place a little differently, but most of them have common components in the state laws, policies, regulations, including definitions of bullying, defining characteristics that are commonly targeted for bullying behaviors, and detailed requirements for the school district policies. So in California, school districts are required to adopt a policy prohibiting harassment, intimidation, or bullying, and that includes cyberbullying. There's procedures that have to be followed in the state of California. There's resources available for at-risk students, and there's protection for complaints from retaliation. California school districts are encouraged to maintain documentation of complaints, which is huge. Document. And those are reviewed every cycle. So do California anti-bullying laws and regulations cover cyberbullying that occurs off campus? Yes, they do. Anti-bullying laws cover off-campus conduct that encompasses any electronic act where the creation or transmission or originated on or off the school site. So just because it doesn't happen during school or on the school site doesn't mean it's not that the school districts aren't involved. So the biggest thing that kids can do, and I really enjoyed this, October is anti-bullying awareness month, and cyberbullying, the best thing is stop, block, and tell. I'm going to show it to you here. Stop, block, and tell. So ways to stop cyberbullying: log off, close your computer, get off your phone, but block that person and tell somebody. Documentation, get that proof. Are they bullying? Yes. Document it. Block them, document it, show somebody, and tell somebody. Document it and tell somebody is the biggest things for cyberbullying. So school sites in coordination with school counselors can institute a cyberbullying awareness campaign and how to respond to it. So this can be part of the October Bullying Awareness Month. So what can we do to educate, what can we educate the student to do? Stop, block, and tell. So think before you post. Only connect with friends. Be kind to others. If you don't want to be retaliated, don't go agitating other people. Keep your settings private. Don't be hurtful towards others, okay? Don't share your password. There's a good app out there called Stop It. It's Stop It app. Let me show you the little thing so you can, right there, stop it. Block the contact. So when you get on there, when you are bullying, don't stay silent. Or if you see it, don't stay silent. Help your friend report the bully. Tell the parents, tell your teacher, tell somebody in admin. Don't respond. Say that, and you gotta say that I don't like this in order to stop it. So, thank you very much.